You absolute fools. I want to show you how to learn how to code the right way. All right. I think the where we start is people keep thinking that you watch a video on, let's say, React or whatever you're trying to learn, and they think they learned it. Look, just because I watched some Johnny Sins videos doesn't mean I know how to lay it down like him. The same goes for any coding tutorials you watch. Just because someone knows how to do it and you've watched someone do it, you're not actually learning it. Listen, I love video tutorials myself. I've created lots of them. I think they're really helpful when you're trying to learn how to or see how to do something and replicate it. I think that's the main functionality of learning how to actually use a particular do a particular action, something that's very actionable. But if I want to learn how to code in general, I wouldn't say it's bad, but I would say it's one of the least intense methods that you could actually build a strong foundation. That's just my opinion. What I've come across and what I think is a pretty good way of getting a good basis is either reading a thorough book that is tailored to your level. You know, if you're a beginner, please don't read a advanced JavaScript book. Read a really head. There's a collection of books that I really enjoyed, which was called the Head First Edition. Mwah, mwah. It was like a French baguette. You know, it was like amazing. So do the same thing. You gotta read a book that is very thorough. That's one way. Another way is I really liked Code Academy. Code Academy was my god. I can't tell you how good it is because you're not just reading how to do something, so you're getting kind of that textbook feeling, but you're to get to the next lesson, you have to type the code and rewrite it and practice it and rewrite it and rewrite it. And you actually have to learn how to use it. And my saying is the way if you have a 9 incher, you have to use that 9 incher. You know, God's blessed you with that 9 incher. So in this case, we have to use the coding skills that you're learning for us to actually be able to fully use it. And listen, my main thing that I wanted to say, and the main thing I wanted to put across in this whole video is there's lots of methods. Like I said, books are great if you want a thorough introduction. Code Academy is great when you want to practice it. Video tutorials are great when you want to actually learn how to do something very particular. But what I would say is a hybrid of all of those methods is the best way to go around it. If you're following a book and the book is getting a bit complicated, it's getting a bit weird, move on to the next thing. Go onto Code Academy, go watch a YouTube video. That's what I did throughout my entire journey of learning data science, learning web development, learning front end development, learning back end development. I always found that some things that I used, like for example, Code Academy was amazing for learning Python, amazing for learning React, but I thought it sucked really badly for learning back-end development so far anyway. So I actually watched YouTube videos, which I don't rate really highly, but YouTube videos ended up being the best way of learning back-end web development for whatever reason. So search all of the materials there are in whatever you're trying to learn, try out all of them and feel which one resonates the most with you and stick at it for the most part. But if that becomes shabby, becomes rubbish, move on to another one. And that's it. You know, don't overcomplicate it. Find what works for you. You know, this was my recommendation, but find what works for you. All right. We got to use our skills. All right. We got to be better. We got to be like Mike, you know? Anyways, I'm going to start rambling. That's the end of today's lesson. Hope you learned something. If you did, you know, drop a little comment saying, I love you. You're my guy since day one, because you're my guy since day two. There's only a few.